Hey, what is up, you guys? Danny Explosion back here again, and today I'm going to show the third part of my album collection. And if you hear some panting in my background, that's my dog right there, so just ignore that. But anyway, let's continue where we left off. We left off with Metallica, and I have a few more albums to show by them. This is the first album without Cliff Burton as the bassist. This is Metallica's And Justice for All. And I thought this was a very solid album. Not as good as their last albums, but still a pretty good thrash album. I mean, it's better than the stuff they released in the 90s, but, you know, here's the inside of the booklet and the disc. Pretty solid album. Next album, Death Magnetic. This was an okay album. That's all I gotta say. This was an okay album. And probably my favorite track off this one's probably All Nightmare Long. It was an okay album when I bought it at the time. Here's the disc. It's like a large digipack. So yeah, good stuff. This was a gift. This was Metallica's Through the Never. I already own the movie, so I guess it's kind of cool to own the movie and the live album. So, I mean, it's pretty cool. Like, it opens up on cool and stuff. I mean, I only listened to this once. I'm not a huge fan of live albums. Like, it opens up like that. That's pretty cool, I guess. But I'm not really a huge fan of live albums, though. Damn it. But still, because it's a little bit too overpolished for my taste. Next album, I want to give a shout out to these guys. This is Macabre with The Gods of Outer Hell. I actually met these guys at my local FYE in Maryville when they were touring with Sepultura. Really awesome, cool, nice guys. I think Tyler from Macabre gave me this album for free. Well, honestly, I don't remember which one. I think it was Marv. But anyway, thank you so much, dudes, for giving me this CD for free. You dudes are the fucking best. This was a pretty well done album by you guys. I'd say my favorite track on here is probably Lord of the Pit. Cannot wait till these guys tour again, because I would love to see these guys live. And I will probably put a link in the description where you can buy this album, because this is a very, very good death metal album. The next album is the first CD I ever bought. This is the Misfits Walk Among Us. This is what got me into really fast music at the time. This was a very, very awesome CD. Every single track I love equally. I mean, this album is just awesome. It's a classic. Here's the inside with the booklet and the disc. And when it comes to Misfits, I'm more of a fan of the stuff Danzig made. I'm not saying Michael Graves is bad, but I just prefer Glenn Danzig because, I don't know. Next, The Mighty Morbid Angel with Covenant. This is sadly the only album I have by these guys. I would love to own more, but this is one of the first death metal albums I ever bought. This was a very awesome album, and it's one of my favorite death metal albums. And my favorite tracks on here are Rapture, The Lion's Den, God of Emptiness, World of Shit, The Promised Land, Pain Divine. Pretty good tracks. Very solid death metal album, and from what I gathered in some research, this was probably one of the highest selling death metal albums of all time. Here's the, I really like the disc design on this one. It's really cool. Next band is another band I need to get more stuff from, Motorhead with Kiss of Death. This was another, my brother got me this. And this is just Motorhead doing Motorhead. I have to say my favorite track on here is probably Under the Gun or Devil I Know. I mean, it's Motorhead doing Motorhead. I mean, nothing else to it. They're releasing a new album soon, and I would love to get that. Next, death metal, another death metal legend. This is Obituary with the End Complete. Very, very good death metal. I mean, I don't have my personal favorite from these guys, which is Cause of Death, but I love to get it soon. But this is also a very awesome death metal album. If you're a death metal fan, you know about this album. It's very, very good stuff. Here's the inside of it. It's one of the Obituary remasters. Good stuff. Next, Ozzy Osbourne, Diary of a Madman. Well, this is one of the first actual metal albums I've ever listened to. I'd say my favorite track on this one's probably either Flying High Again or You Can't Kill Rock and Roll. It's got Randy Rhoads on guitar on this. This is the last record he ever did guitar on. I'm so sad that he passed away. May he rest in peace, Randy Rhoads. And here's the inside of it with Ozzy on the disc. Another one is Bark at the Moon. This wasn't also a good album, but not as good as Diary of a Madman. But Jakey Lee did good guitar on this, and he did pretty well, solid job. Probably the title track's my favorite. Here's the inside of it with my last Ozzy album. This is Down to Earth. Another pretty good album. This has, I think, hold on, let me check. Yeah, it does. This album has Zakk Wylde on guitar and Robert Trujillo doing bass on this. Very, very good Ozzy album. I got this as a gift. This was pretty good. I'm surprised my favorite track on here is probably Black Illusion or Dreamer. Very, very good album. Here's the inside of it. They're very good stuff. The next, thrash metal, another thrash metal legend. This is Overkill with the Years of Decay. This is personally one of my favorite thrash albums. I mean, this band's been going at it for a long time now, and they still manage to release very good stuff. I listened to bits and pieces of the White Devil Armory, their latest album, and I really want to get that album. That'd be nice to have. I'd say my favorite track on here is probably I Hate or Elimination or Evil Never Dies. I don't know. Or Time to Kill. I mean, it's a very, very, very good album if you're a thrash fan. I definitely recommend getting it. One of the next bands, one of the gateway bands that got me into heavier music, and I am a huge fan of these guys. This is Pantera with Cowboys from Hell. Awesome stuff. I loved all of like post-glam Pantera albums, but this one was kind of my least favorite because this is one of the last albums I ever heard from Pantera. But still, I love this album. Really good. This is really good stuff. Dimebag does some awesome shredding on this, and I'd say my favorite track on here is probably The Art of Shredding or Heresy, or the title track. Very good stuff. Here's the inside of a neat disc design with Phil Anselmo. Good stuff. Next Pantera, Vulgar Display of Power. This was a fucking awesome album when I heard it at the time. I'd say my favorite track on here is probably Regular People Conceit, A New Level, or fucking Hostile. I don't know. There's very, very awesome stuff in Pantera. Here's the inside of it. This is my personal favorite from Pantera. This is Far Beyond Driven. This album blew me away, and it still remains my favorite album of all time. If you want, well, I mean, I haven't lived long enough, but my favorite album of all time at the moment is this. I fucking love this album. Every single song on here is fucking awesome. Awesome stuff. Here's the inside with the booklet and the disc. Very, very awesome stuff. I love that album. The next one is Pantera's The Great Southern Trendkill. This is probably my least favorite of all of them, but it still remains a very, very good album I like to listen to from time to time. Probably my favorite track on here is probably Floods, The Great Southern Trendkill, or War Nerve. This was still a very, very good album. Not their best, but it was still a very solid album. Here's the inside of the booklet and the disc. And this will be the last one I show for today. This is Pantera's Reinventing the Steel. This was my second favorite. No, this is my third favorite Pantera album. Because, I mean, it still has some really groovy songs. I mean, I wouldn't say the best for, like, the last Pantera album, but this was still very, very good work from Pantera. I always like to listen to it from time to time. And probably my favorite tracks on here is probably You've Gotta Belong to It, Yesterday Don't Mean Shit, We'll Grind That Axe for a Long Time, Death Rattle, Uplift, you know, very, very good stuff. Here's the inside of it. What the hell? I'll show two more then. Next is a progressive rock album. This is Rush's Permanent Waves. I like to listen to some progressive stuff every once in a while, and this is usually the band I go to. I love Rush. It's one of the bands that my dad got me into. And there's only 6 tracks on this album, but they are still very well done and does not bore you. It's still a very, very solid album. I love Rush, and probably my favorite track on here is probably Different String. Wait. Jacob's Ladder or The Spirit of Radio. Last one. Wait, I forgot to show you inside. Oh, Jesus. Disc fell out. Here's the inside of it with the disc and the booklet. I'm sorry about that. Last one for today. This is Sepultura's Chaos AD. Very good groove album, groove, thrash, whatever you want to call it. I'm still want to buy Arise from Sepultura because that's my favorite album from Sepultura. But this was a very, very good album at the time. A lot of awesome tracks. I'd say my favorite on here is probably Refuse, Resist, Propaganda, Nomad, The Hunt, you know. Very, very awesome stuff. Here's the inside of it. The disc and the booklet. Alright, guys. That is it for part 3. Part 4 will be the last one. But I'm going away. I'm leaving for... I'm going to Florida for a couple days. So expect a new video on either Monday or Tuesday. And I'm expecting a few packages, so expect an unboxing too. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I'll do the last part of my album collection as soon as I can. And as always, like, comment, subscribe. As always, keep it metal.